those who want to know straight off the bat, yes, this is the best high-grade version of Barbatos so far. Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another high-grade Iron-Blooded Orphans review, and this right here is the awesome and savage Gundam Barbatos Lupus. If you haven't yet seen the unboxing and you want to, make sure to check that out, but anyway, here we go. Straight away, all I can say is this thing looks fantastic. This right here is exactly what you get in the box, straight built with a little bit of panel lining. That is it. This time Bandai have really taken the Barbatos to a completely new level. And I have to say, this is one of the best looking, if not the best looking high grades I've ever laid my eyes on. Everything about it is absolute perfection. Well, mostly. I'm going to get the worst parts out of the way straight away, and that is basically these side skirts here. I'm not a big fan of the length. Again, that right there is just opinion, but they fall off all the time. Besides that, we've got this big hollow segment inside the heels, which you can see from a lot of angles, and that really does not look good. But pretty much besides those two aspects, everything about this is perfect. It does come with a pretty large set of stickers, which I mentioned in the unboxing, but the thing is, none of them really stand out too much. There's the grey ones here on these booster segments, as well as these blue ones up here. They are the biggest and definitely the worst of the bunch, but there's none of those horrible pink metallic stickers we had with the original Barbatos and the other variants. They're gone, thankfully. But all in all, the aesthetics of this kit are fantastic. The proportions are awesome. They've lengthened the arms compared to the 6th form, which I'm so happy about. The shoulder armor looks magnificent. I really have to point out, you probably know this already, but the white plastic segment comes through the red section, so that's not a sticker. That's actually molded that way. Absolutely epic. As well as that, the entirety of the new head looks absolutely stunning. That huge, strong red chin, that massive foreboding V-fin, and the general shape of the head all in white armor this time, no grey of the frame showing through back there. All in all, this thing finally deserves the name Barbatos. This thing looks like an absolute demon. And finally, the last thing I'll mention about its looks, the panel lining is insane. There's so much surface detail on this that you can't, and I mean really can't, not panel line this. You have to. You'd be doing it an absolute misservice if you didn't. So there's a quick comparison of the Barbatos Lupus with all the other versions of the high-grade Barbatos that I currently own. And I have to say, the Lupus right here is by far, and I mean by far, my favorite. And that's saying a lot. I love the Barbatos, but this one blows them all out of the water. So there it is, with everything that it comes with. And what we've got in here is a base adapter for using with your standard action base, 2 alternate manipulators or hands, and these are at a slightly more extended angle than the standard pair, the absolutely awesome sword mace, these 2 segments here which attach to the backpack like so for attaching the sword mace, and finally these 2 sections here which are for extending these sections of the backpack. So now moving on to the articulation, there's the head all the way down, all the way up. That is pretty nice, especially upwards. There it is side to side, so definitely that can turn all the way around. We've got that side to side tilt there as well. As for the shoulders, it's that same awesome joint we've seen multiple times before with these kits. We've got joint in here as well as here, so you're gonna get everything you want from that. Same with the shoulder, except now we have this awesome shoulder armor, the best I've seen on a Barbatos. Actually everything on this, besides the skirting. Well, maybe even the skirting is the best I've seen on a Barbatos to date. So this can pull out and up like that. So that can flip all the way out like so, which is pretty cool. That moves all the way up like that. As for the arm, that can move all the way up like that. Of course, that can rotate all the way around like this. Basically, the articulation on this thing is absolutely fantastic. That's about it for the arm there. The wrist is that standard wrist joint. We do have the alternate hand on there. That's why it's bent down like that. As for the waist, there it is all the way to the back and to the front. So that same awesome Barbatos ab crunch there. As for side to side, a little bit there. Actually, there's quite a bit there. Again, probably the worst aspect about this are these. They tend to fall off quite a bit because it's just a simple poly cap in there holding this on. However, this does have a joint in there. This little section here can rotate, pivot on that point, so that is more to this. Too bad it doesn't hold on that well. As for the rear skirting armor, just like before, there's nothing. The front section just pivots at this point here, up and down. There is the leg all the way up to the front. to the back, again blocked by this, but if you move it up a bit, you get it all out like that. There it is all the way up. This part just fell off there. It folds off really easily, which is a shame, and it gets in the way a little bit. The leg can pivot at this point, and then the bend at the knee, there it is. So that is double jointed here and here. So again, I'll pull that off so you can see that a little bit better. So there is that full bend at the knee. Again, fantastic. The ankle, just as impressive. We've got a ball joint in here and this really cool circular joint type thing in here. So there is the ball, and then this rotates in this circular part here. Finally then the foot that can close all the way down like this, and this awesome piece of armor here can fold up over that. So that looks seamless when closed up. That looks so cool. Definitely for flying around in space right there. So that is it for the review, and what can I say? Hands down, this is the best high-grade version of Barbatos, by far. Arguably, the best version. A lot of people don't like the high resolution for certain reasons. I'm not a big fan of the 1/100 for other reasons. So this right here is probably my favorite. I'm not sure how the 1/100 high mechanics or whatever it's called of this will be. Hopefully good, because this is an epic design. But in the end, this kit right here ticks all the boxes. It looks perfect in every way. It is an incredibly solid kit besides the skirting armor falling off every now and then. And again, it could be a whole lot worse. Sure, it could have more accessories, but those are sold separately. But when you're keeping the price tag this low, this thing cost me 800 yen. Half the price of most Build Fighters kits, and it's better than most of them. So you could just put that money towards the accessories kits, or if you don't even want them, then that's awesome. What can I say? Everything about this kit is perfect. If you're thinking of getting it, then do. It's just that good. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and as always, make sure to come back for more Gunpla reviews. See you next time.